Hello everybody, and today we are back in Luigi's mansion. This is Thannus here, and in the last episode we were introduced to the mansion and this mysterious Professor Egad before we went to a retreat, and we're now going to head back to the mansion and start hunting some ghosts. It's pretty simple here, not much to go off on, it's a pretty simple story, but we're gonna go ahead and get to it anyway. So go ahead and click on the mansion. Careful now, Luigi. Alright, and we are back here in the foyer. So first off, this right here, this mirror, if you go ahead and point the Game Boy Horror at it, you'll actually notice that, interestingly enough, you can actually press wrong button. Press A while facing the mirror, and this odd thing happens. Very odd indeed. What that does, basically, whenever you point your Game Boy Horror at any mirror in the house and press A, that will result in you being teleported back to this main foyer. Now, we see a familiar face here, so let's go ahead and talk to him. Boo-hoo, where'd you go, Mario? Wah. Huh? Luigi? Wow, it's Luigi. You finally made it. Oh, joy. Thank goodness. Me? Well, Princess Peach asked me to come here to look for Mario. He left when he heard that you'd won a mansion, and he never returned. Then I arrived here, and the mansion was full of ghosts. And I didn't see Mario anywhere, and I kind of freaked out a little, and I don't know what to do. It's been awful. Please, you have to help me find Mario. If he doesn't get back, you have no idea how upset the princess will be. She'll flip. Leave it to me.
Oh yeah.
Yay, thanks Luigi, you made my dark and stormy night. Alright, and suddenly the lights in the foyer will turn on, and now we can actually speak to Toad to save our game. That is an ever-present mechanic. Anytime you speak to Toad, you will be able to save. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and actually search a few of the furniture pieces in here. And this will actually allow us to possibly get some value out of this. As you can see, when we shook that, that's going to collapse real quick. But when we shook that lamp right there, that actually dropped some coins, and this is going to fall again, so go ahead and move out of the way for that. Alright. Now, up here you'll actually see there are some coins just lying here. If we go ahead and shake this up here, some of these should drop coins. Yeah, we got some coins right there as well. Alright. Now if you go over here towards the chandelier, if you go ahead and shake that, more money will drop. It's having a very difficult time getting to us though. Come on. There we go. And if we go down here, we should be able to... where are the coins? Okay, I guess the coins disappeared. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So, getting money in this game, it doesn't have any effect on normal gameplay at all. However, I do highly recommend it if you want to get a kind of special ending, I guess. When I say special ending, that's kind of somewhat exaggerated. By that, well, I'll just explain it when we get to that part of the game, which won't be till the end. So, real quick, before we move on at all, we're going to go ahead and try to find as much money in this room as we can. Alright. So you just want to shake every piece of furniture if you want to maximize your economic output. Alright, that right there, that is a poison mushroom. What that does is it will shrink you down in size. You do not want that to happen to you, because then you are unable to use the poltergust and you are left vulnerable. You are still able to use the light, but I think its effects do decrease to some extent. So just keep that in mind. If we go ahead and open this up, we'll actually get more money again. Alright, I believe that's it for monetary stuff in this room, so go ahead and blow out these candles using the poltergust. Who put out my candles? You, Mr. Lime Green? Well, dark rooms are dangerous around here, yes. They love the dark, and now they will get you. Now you're in for it. Blah! Just like Little Red Cap before you. May you wander lost in the darkness forever. Are you afraid of the dark, little man? Are you? Blah, here they are now. And suddenly, we are trapped, so you're going to want to go ahead and attack the first ghost you see, sucking it up with the poltergust. There we are. Very nice start. However, that's not all of them. Go ahead and just get them as they come. Also, be careful not to touch the doors when they have those gates over them, because you can actually get hurt by those. Hence the thorns. Alright. That should be... Yep. That's all of the ghosts in this room, and now this room is actually, in fact, clear. Of course, we can actually go ahead and use the poltergust, blow this chandelier. I don't think this drops any money. Yeah, no, we're good. Go ahead and open this chest now, and we get a new key. Each key in this house or mansion unlocks a separate door, so keep that in mind. Keys are not universal, and they cannot be used to unlock any door. They only unlock specific doors, as marked on our map, of course. Alright. We're not going to sit through that cutscene every time, actually. I don't want to put you guys through that. Alright. So, this room here, kind of an interesting one. Basically, interact with the furniture, and then go ham on some ghosts. Alright, let's go to this one now. Nothing. Got a new type of ghost here. That ghost has a larger attack range than the orange ghost does. Basically, once it punches you, or tries to punch you, it will do so at a larger distance, whereas the orange ghosts have a short-range punch, so to speak. This is not like the official terms for any of their attacks. This is just my way of putting the terms, I guess. Go ahead and open this one. We actually get a gold bar. Gold bars are worth more than normal gold pieces. Also, whenever you get attacked by ghosts, you will drop gold and lose health. Keep that in mind. Now, you can pick up the gold you lose. I believe it is equitable and does not, it's not exponentiated or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Hearts will usually refill 10 units of health. I'm not 100% sure on that. Sometimes I believe there are smaller units of health that a heart will heal. But that one there did heal 10. Now, there are also bigger hearts which will heal more health. But we have yet to encounter one of those as far as I'm aware. If we go ahead and actually... Oh, that is a poison mushroom. We don't want that there. I believe we can go ahead and shake this one enough to get something. That would be a no. Alright. I don't believe any of these give anything on their own. That would also be a no. Yep. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the next room already. Alright, wardrobe room. Like I said, mirrors will actually let you go all the way back to the foyer if you go ahead and use the Game Boot Horror on those, so keep that in mind if you want to do so. I'm just going to go ahead and shake everything in here. Now, that green ghost there, what he does, he will throw banana peels on the ground in an attempt to trip you. This includes when you are trying to catch him, so keep that in mind. If you trip on a banana peel, your capturing effort will be reset and you have to go back to it. The number does not reset, but you are stopped from capturing him while he's trying to escape. Alright. So, now we have one more ghost, and it's this last trash ghost. Go ahead and just do your best to consume him without getting slipped up by a banana peel, and it should be all fine. We have at least one more ghost in here, I see. Let's go ahead and investigate around a bit. Oh, it's in the wardrobe. And he hit us, of course. Alright, come on, get in there. There you go. Alright. And we've actually gotten a key down here. So if you go ahead and pull that off the shelf, you can go ahead and grab that, and that will give us access to yet another new room. Down there. Alright, so real quick, I want to go ahead and investigate the rest of the room for any gold, any money, anything like that sort. a thing. Leave no stone left unturned, is what I say. Just try to collect as much money as possible, and you should be dandy. I believe we actually have most of the money possible for this specific room, so we're going to go ahead and head out. And here we have another Toad. These plants don't give any money, but if we speak to Toad here... Mario, where are you? Huh, Luigi? Yes, Luigi, how lucky that you found me. I feel so much better now. Please, please, please save Mario. I looked everywhere. I can't find him. Where is he? Alright. Now that we've spoken to Toad, we can actually save with this Toad as well. So literally any Toad in the game you are able to save using. Alright. With that all said and done, we're going to go ahead and head back down now, because we have access to yet another new room. Usually backtracking through rooms, you won't have to deal with ghosts again, save for possible boss ghost or a different type of ghost that we will have to deal with in the future. However, right now, neither of those are really an issue for us. Alright. What? Hold up a sec, Luigi. It's me, Professor Egad. I did a spirit stronger than we've yet seen lurking ahead. I think it must be some kind of those escape gallery ghosts. You should know that they're really different from the other ghosts you've seen so far. They don't show their hearts very easily. Nope, not at all. When you find one, you should first use Y to search its heart for clues. Sometimes you can learn the best way to surprise them. Well, Luigi, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. That is very much correct. Boss ghosts are much more difficult to defeat than normal ghosts, so keep that in mind when fighting them. And there's a trail of coins to go, for us to follow here, and if we go for it, we'll actually find some ghost mice. Ghost mice only take away a small sliver of health if they hit you, and they are very easy to capture. And sometimes there is a special variant of ghost mice that will appear that will actually give you increased gold. Now, there are two fake doors in here. This one in the middle here, and this one in the middle here. The doors on the opposite sides are real, but we cannot access them yet, and the door on the very far ends are also real. None of the real ones, other than this one right here, are unlocked, so we're going to go ahead and just go in here. Alright. And as you can see, that chair is rocking. Spooky. Now, go ahead and, there's a few notes on this desk here where you can actually suck up some notes of money. Go ahead and get those picked up just so you don't have to worry about losing anything. This here is a scared ghost. That's not the official name for it. But if I can... Come on. No, 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 no. Please. Please. Yes! No! We were too late. Okay, so those ghosts, basically, when you find those, they will give you an increased amount of money. They only appear once per room, and they are very difficult to catch. Now, I'm not going to be basing my entire playthrough on whether or not I catch every single one of them. However, I am going to try my best to catch them when they appear. Just keep that in mind. And we keep getting hit by these books here, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get those to stop. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else on this desk we can go ahead and pick up. If we go ahead and try this chandelier here, looks like there's nothing there. I don't believe we can snuff out this fire either. I'm just checking everything right now. Now, as you can see, there's this ghost right here. Whenever we turn towards him, we don't really see him, so keep that in mind. However, we use our Game Boot Horror. We can go ahead and see him and scan his heart. Ooh, go ahead, try to find me. I can see you, but you cannot see me. Ho 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 ho. Anywho, I'm getting very sleepy. Alright, so that's a hint towards capturing him. Basically, at some point, he's going to actually yawn. He's already done so a few times, so we just gotta go ahead and wait for that. And when he does so, go ahead and flash him with the strobe bulb, and you will be able to capture him. Now, as you can see, they take a lot longer to capture than other types of ghosts. So much so that I believe it was up to 100 when we started. Also, keep in mind, usually boss ghosts will drop poison shrooms, so try your best not to pick those up it can be very challenging sometimes. They also dropped a bunch of money type things called pearls. Pick up the pearls, they don't really disappear that fast, and pearls will actually give you somewhat of a monetary advantage. They also contribute towards another aspect of the game, but that is a different subject that we will cover eventually. Alrighty then, we are back in here, and we're gonna go ahead and just head towards this next room that's unlocked. It's not really much more complicated than that. Alright, here we are. So go ahead and just try to find as much money as you can in here. You can actually... Come on. Go ahead and yank that off. Alright. I don't believe there's much money in this room. However, just try to find as much as you can. If you spin this enough, you will be able to find money. It'll drop from the fan eventually. Yep. Go ahead and just pick that up in a whirlwind like that. And there's one that we missed right there. And we're just going to try to find as much as we can. Now, that curtain right there doesn't do much of anything. This curtain right here we are going to want to mess with, but not quite yet. Because we actually need to mess with it in order to do something with the ghost. But if we go ahead and move our Game Boy Horror over to this ghost... Isn't my hair just gorgeous? Of course, I do spend a lot of time on it. I was so bored cooped up in that painting. Now I spend all my time in front of the mirror. It seems to scare people, though, so everything is coming up roses. Alright, that doesn't really give you a hint about how to defeat this ghost, but pretty much just yank over that curtain, and then shine your light on the ghost, and it is pretty simple from that point. Now, sometimes ghosts will actually yank you pretty hard, so you want to just try to pull in the opposite direction of the ghost as much as possible. Now, like I said, they dropped a poison mushroom. If you get hit by a poison mushroom, you will actually let go of the ghost, I believe lose some health, and you will have some issues trying to finish them off. So just do your best not to get hit. We didn't get hit there. What we did there was we either tripped or we bumped into furniture. That doesn't take away any of your health, and it doesn't dock your performance against the ghost. When I say dock your performance, that does refer to a different aspect of the game that we have not yet gotten to, but keep that in mind. Poison mushrooms and getting hurt will dock your performance against ghosts, though. Alright, we're going to go ahead and head down here now. Just down to the room. Oh, very interesting cries there. Alright. Go ahead and access this room here. Very odd. It seems that we are now in a baby's room. Not very complicated though. It seems like this room is very bare bones. However, we do have a big heart, which we are actually going to need. Alright. Go ahead and pick these up. All those coins. Let's go ahead and scan the baby. Horsey, Rocky, horsey. That is a hint. And I did not mean to scan him again. Alright, let's go ahead and face the rocking horse. And rock that a bit. Hey, wanna play with me? Alright, so what this is gonna do, basically what you wanna do, you wanna go ahead and just, inhale all of those things with the poltergust when they come flying towards you. These teddy bears are pretty easy to defeat. Try your best not to get them stuck on the bed if you can, because then they will just be destroyed. Also, don't let the baby punch you. He will try to punch you, and it actually does hurt, contrary to the actual body strength of a baby. He is a ghost, though, so there is that. Go ahead and grab the ball and send it flying back at him by releasing the poltergust. Ow, you gave me an owie. I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups. Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough. Small, now grow smaller. It small, itsy tiny little wee. Alright, and here we have our first major boss ghost. Now, there are 4 distinct actual boss ghosts. Now, keep in mind, you cannot use your flashlight in these boss areas. So what you want to do is go ahead and dodge the rocking horses as he sends them flying at you. Eventually, he's going to send these gigantic bouncy balls flying at you. Try your best to avoid those. And once one actually stays behind, go ahead and grab that onto the poltergust and send it flying back at him. You can then immediately try to start inhaling the baby with the poltergust. It's pretty easy. This is one of the least complicated boss fights. Although, for some reason, people really seem to actually have trouble with this boss fight every now and then. I don't see how, but they do. Now, he's going to do this here. This is extremely easy to avoid. Just try your best to avoid it as much as possible, and you should be fine. Alright. And from that point forward, the phases will just repeat and be the same thing pretty much forever. Like I said, this is a very easy boss compared to the rest of them, so just do your best to avoid all of the rocking horses and balls as best as possible. Now, the bouncy balls are very easy to avoid. I don't know why I keep getting hit by them, because I've never had problems with them before. Anyway, go ahead and just repeat what we did before, send it flying, and go ham. Now, these boss ghosts do pull harder than other types of ghosts, and eventually they do shake you loose. So we have about 1 more phase of this we're going to have to do. These will always have distinct phases. There is no way to avoid it. Just try to get as much as possible. And when I say at least 3 phases, I mean at least 3. It's possible for you to have more if you do pretty bad. Alright. Like I said, though, this is not a very difficult boss fight, so we're not going to have too much of an issue. We have gotten hit by the bouncy balls a few times, so that is going to dock our performance a small bit. However, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for normal gameplay. I will explain what this whole performance thing means in the whole... there we go again. I will explain what all of the terms I'm talking about mean eventually, but right now we're not focusing on that, so it's not too big of a deal. Alright, and there he is. Pretty easy. Alright, and one thing I'd like to mention, Luigi's Mansion is a pretty short game. I don't even expect this to go through the entirety of October. But keep in mind, I am going to be playing through the entire game, and I'm going to be covering a few side stuff. Not much, and the end of the game is going to be the last episode, but I do want to cover some side stuff before that time. Alright, so we're going to just grab this heart here. Not that we really need it, because we are going to head back to the lab in just a second. But open up this chest here, and we have a new key. The key to the heart door. Alright, very good. Luigi. Luigi, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Why don't you come on back to the lab? When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergust 3000 gets pretty much full to bursting. But oh, I guess you showed that boss ghost who's boss. Alright, so we're gonna do exactly that. We are heading back to the lab. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portrification-izer. This machine lets us turn the ghosts you catch into paintings. Not only that, it works in reverse, too. How do we use it, you ask? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergust 3000 into that slot and enjoy the ride, my boy. The ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms, and presto, turn them into beautiful ghost portraits. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. Alright, and that is the end of Area 1, basically. So we've caught Neville, Lydia, and Chauncey. These three are the first 3 boss ghosts you'll encounter, and the only ones you can encounter in the first area right off the bat. We cannot encounter any more prior to now, so keep that in mind. Don't go looking for more until after this part. Alright, so that means we've got a total of 3 boss ghosts. However, we've defeated 24 ghosts total and acquired 4,260,000 gold. Alright. And that is our total payout. Go ahead and save. Alright. And that is all done. So, with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and move on. I will see you guys in the next episode of Luigi's Mansion. Bye-bye.